you're listening to Sheffield Live Radio, 93.2 FM, and this is Communities Live with me, Susie Casson, and T-Boy. And we're joined in the studio by three people involved with Printed by Us, which is a project run by Cathedral Archer Project. Terry, James and Robbie, welcome.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in. So, first of all, could you just introduce yourselves and say what your role is in the project?
Well, I'm Terry, and I am the programme manager at Just Works, which is a new initiative of the Cathedral Archer Project, and we're managing Printed by Us, among other things. Prior to that, I was a support worker and coordinated the activities at the main Archer Project.
Great. And do you have a background in printing?
No, none of us have any experience whatsoever. I think that's part of the process.
Yeah, exciting, brilliant. So, James, how are you involved?
Well, I'm a service user of Just Works. Also involved in the Printed by Us. I've done the first couple of workshops, first 3 workshops now.
Lovely. And again, you're new to printing.
Completely new to printing, something I've never done before.
Yeah,
so,
great to learn something new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really great new experience.
Yeah. So, Robbie, how are you involved?
Well, I'm involved with the project as well. A volunteer, client of the Just Works project.
Fantastic.
And I'm just new to printing, new to all this.
Great, sounds wonderful. Brilliant. So, Terry, first of all, can you just remind us a bit about the Cathedral Archer Project?
Well, the Cathedral Archer Project is a homeless day centre that's just on the back of Sheffield Cathedral. Been going for just over 25 years. We started just serving breakfast, finding a place for homeless people to shelter in the morning. It's now expanded that we offer all sorts of help in kind of crisis management, getting people back on benefits. We provide food, just general support. We have GPs that come in. We have an activity programme. We just try and help people get through that initial crisis and build some stability in their life. And that's kind of where Just Works has spawned from, really, because they'd identified that there was a lot of focus on crisis management, but when people got some sort of stability, we found a little bit of difficulty in moving people on, so to speak. So Just Works is specifically aimed at a small group of people who have achieved that stability, and we try and move them towards work readiness through a combination of education, skills training, health and well-being, work experience, and ultimately paid work.
Wow, that's fantastic, brilliant. So the new project is Printed by Us. James, can you tell us what kind of printing is involved?
Yeah, it's screen printing. At the minute, it's involving A4, A3 wall prints onto card. Yeah, and we go through the process right from the start, to the end. Starts with getting the image onto the screen, coating the screens, and cooking the screens, and then getting the screen onto the bed. Applying ink, then the actual physical process of pulling the ink through the screen to get it onto the card, and then we're drying the prints. If there's another layer over the top, we'll then go onto another colour. We've done some single colour prints, some 2 colour prints, and at the minute we're working on 3 colour prints. And then right through to the end of mailing them out, distributing them to the paying customer.
Fantastic. So it's all by hand, there aren't any machines involved?
No, it's all completely by hand, apart from...
And this is all done in... we work with the Sheffield Print Club, so they effectively they're training the guys up in it. So they're offering a workshop, and part of that workshop is that's where we get the prints out. And we're lucky enough that we've got some really good local Sheffield designers that provide us with their prints for us to sell, and all the money from it gets reinvested back into the project.
Wow,
so
that's fantastic. So I imagine it's quite detailed as well. You have to be very accurate, I would imagine.
Yeah, you do have to have good attention to detail. Certainly something that I've learned while I've been doing it.
Great.
It becomes a little bit more complicated when you do 2 or 3 colours, as we discovered in our last workshop.
Yeah.
But obviously, because we want it to be like 100% professional, we are, there's massive quality control, and we're learning as we're going along. But we're only selling the prints that are absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Fantastic. So, Robbie, you've been to some of the workshops. Have you been to all 3?
Yeah, I've been to one.
Oh, right. And how did you find it?
I found it really, really good, really interesting. It's quite a process. I didn't realise there was so much involved in actually printing. These guys have been pretty busy on this project, particularly in the past few weeks. And as I say, I just came along at Monday was my first day there.
Right, yeah. And what would you say you got out of the workshop?
Oh, it's just gives you a good sense of worth. You've done the job, you've done it well, you know, after the quality control's been all checked, it's just it builds your confidence.
Yeah, great, wonderful.
Especially if you come from a bad background, you know, like homelessness or something like that.
Yeah.
Just it's.
And I think that there's been a general feeling that it's good doing something, that you're learning a new skill, but it's also, we've got an end result that we then sell, that generates funds to reinvest back into like a really positive project.
Yeah, brilliant. So you mentioned the artwork. What kind of things do you print? If somebody's got an idea, can they come along and ask you to print it?
Well, I think we've done about half a dozen different prints from different designers so far. Like do you want to talk about the Rich Wells one?
Yeah, we've done. We bought a design off Rich Wells, local artist, and it's a combination of the Tour de Yorkshire and Henderson's Relish.
Oh.
So it's two very, and it's on a strong and northern theme.
Yeah.
So it's proved to be very popular. Actually, we've sold the most of that.
So if you want to buy it, it's at printedbyus.org. Perfect Christmas present for anyone.
Right, yeah, T-Boy's rather fond of Hendos, aren't you, T-Boy?
Hendo!
Yeah. I think one of the positive things about it is we're trying to keep it as local as possible. It's like it is strictly local designers promoting a local business. I think that's a real strong ethos behind it. One of the other guys we've got involved is Ian Anderson of the Design Republic, which is is quite a well-renowned designer. So he's got donated a print as well. It's a digitised birds print, so again fits really well with the Christmas theme. Great Christmas present. Printedbyus.org.
Yeah, brilliant. So if somebody got, say, something, an invitation, could they bring it to you to be printed, something like that? Or
that's something we're working towards. I think we have talked about that. As we're developing the skills, it might be something like that we would do, like offer a screen printing service effectively. So if anyone's got anything that they would like to be done, then we can be contacted through the website, because that is something we are looking to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about plans for the future. Have you got plans to expand the printing?
Well, at the moment, we've got another workshop lined up for January. We've got more local artists giving us our designs. We're also experimenting with putting the prints onto mugs, because we thought, that's maybe a bit more accessible as kind of presents. So it's a bit more of a complex process, screen printing onto mugs. But we're doing an experiment next Monday, so we're confident that that's going to work. So that's going to be the next stage. But all the developments will just be kept up to date on the Printed by Us website.
Brilliant. And Robbie, can I ask you, do you think this is going to lead to new skills for you?
Oh, most definitely. Aye. Because it's not just the printing that we're involved in, we're hoping to expand in other areas, which is yet to be ventured and established.
It's an experience of effectively managing a small business as well, because we process the orders, we pack the orders, we send them, we monitor the online account, so you see it through from start to finish, don't you? And
there does feel like there's a sense of people moving back to handmade things that are made not by machines, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good that it's a process that there's actually only one very small part of the process that involves a computer. It is completely hands-on. It's a more traditional approach, and I think that's something quite authentic about that.
Great. So can you remind us what the website is? If someone wants to have a look?
Website, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but it's printedbyus.org. So you can find the prints there. And I've also been asked to mention that we do the Arch project. It has got some Christmas cards again that are made in collaboration with Ian Anderson from the Design Republic. They're available on the Etsy shop. I don't know if you can get that through the Cathedral Arch project website. But yeah, lovely. And hopefully Just Works will be doing other projects with different skills. Yeah, we're already working in collaboration with a local cleaning firm to deliver cleaning contracts. We do that at the Arch project itself, at Sheffield Cathedral, and also at Yumi, which is a small digital marketing firm in the city. So we're looking to expand upon that. Next week we're doing a removal job. We're clearing out Westfield Health. So there's lots of different ventures we're looking to do, because part of what's going to make Just Work sustainable is if we have some earned income. We kind of see ourselves as an ethical employment agency. You know, we're going to be reliant to a certain degree on grant funding, but if we can show that we can earn, a proportion of our income ourselves, then
semi-sustainable.
Yeah, and it's providing everyone involved with really valuable work experience, and the people that are involved who we've said that we're going to be a living wage employer as well. The Living Wage Foundation, Living Wage, not George Osborne's invented living wage. So we're going to go with that. So it's all positive, really.
Yeah, brilliant. So James, can I ask you finally, do you think these skills are going to be important for you in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's something that when I started, when I did the first workshop, I thought I was completely out of my depth. That was something that I thought I'm never going to be able to get a grasp on this. And it's actually really accessible. The teacher the guy David who teaches us, he's got a very relaxed approach to teaching, and by the end of the first day I was very confident in what I was doing, so it gave me new confidence that actually with hands-on things, that I can actually, there's a lot of stuff I can do.
Yeah, I think we're lucky having a really good team around us, aren't we? Like David and Sarah at the Sheffield Print Club are really good.
They are fantastic.
Mark Musgrave, who's a freelance designer, he brought the idea to us and he's collaborated with us, and he's coordinating it, and so I think it's everyone would agree it's working really well.
Really positive
Very
experience.
positive.
Great. And Robbie, are you looking forward to learning more?
Oh, aye. Very,
Yeah.
very much so. Aye.
Yeah, great. Well, it's wonderful to hear about a new business printed by us. We'll look out for what you're up to, and please come on again and let us know how it's going.